everybody, Bob back with my playthrough of Final Fantasy V, the 4-job Fiesta, and I'm going to be doing a bunch of like side missions here. I'm going to get that corner jar by capturing that frog, so I'm going to change Galuf into a mediator real quick, but he'll just be the mediator for the battle. I'll get the frog and then I'll run away so I don't get any AP with that job. So like I said, I'm just using this to show it off, so technically I'm breaking the 4-job Fiesta rules, but I'm going to do that a little bit later too. But not to like do anything, but like just for time's sake. So, alright. So the frogs tend to run away. You gotta get them down to about 1/8 of their max health. They have 1,000 health. So you want to get them down to like 120 some hit points. So that ice 2 will do good, and then maybe a regular spell, as long as it's not ice that they're not weak against. And that should lower them down a little bit to the point where we can capture them. So it's good to charm them because then they won't run away. Like I said, they have a big problem with running away a lot. So, alright, we did pretty much good enough damage there. So we just wait here, and then once we wait till Galuf's turn comes up, we use the catch it command. You can catch one monster at a time, and then you can release it. Your next battle, you'll get the catch command will be replaced with release. And different monsters do different things. So, yeah, he should be about, let's see, about 140 plus like 770, so yeah, he's probably about like 90 hit points, so he's good to go. So we catch him, and if we run away, we don't get any experience or AP for the battle, even the monsters that we defeated, so we just, that way we don't use any points in that job. Now, like I said, we're gonna just go back to the village here. We talk with the guy in the well, and he will, we pay him 10,000 gold and give him the frog, and then he'll give us the jar that lets us capture monsters with 50% health rather than the 1/8. So it's good if, like I say, you have a tamer. So the hero plant transformed into a monster. No wonder if you're going extinct. So some of the gods have a little bit of new dialogue, but not too much. Kelb is saying the same thing. And that one guy and a few other werewolves are going to be really surprised that, you know, hey, they're like, wow, you made it back. So, well. But even though we made it back, we're still going to go back there real quick for this next little side mission that we're going to do. So, we want to head back there, and we want to try to get float on as many people as possible. I ended up getting it on 3, and you'll see why, so we give him that frog, got the corner jar, never going to use it, but hey, it's there. So, there's, to the north of Bal Castle is this werewolf village. To the east of Bal Castle is a tunnel that leads to the big bridge. Now, you normally would never have to go through this tunnel, ever. It's just a little side area, but there's 2 monsters there that want to get. They only appear there. And one of them's kind of like a really tough boss monster, and he's called the Gill Turtle. And you can get a whole bunch of gill in this one area, but that's why I want to go back to the area and get float. So I'm going to use the first of the 3 free meals that we get here. I use some potions, so I have below 99. And it basically just functions as an inn here. And we get the after drink special, the after meal service. 8 potions, just regular potions, but they're not really good for in the area, but not good for like in battle, but outside of battle we can use them to just heal ourselves up. So now I'm heading back to this thing because, like I said, the problem with the Gill Turtle is like Titan. When you defeat the Gill Turtle, he casts Earthquake, and it's powerful enough that it's going to defeat any of your characters. So I need to get some float. So what I do is I basically came in here and I use the charm song on those sting eagles, and they eventually cast float. You have to give them ethers though. They can cast it twice before they run out of MP, and they don't start the battle with any MP. So I had to use 2 elixirs there, and I couldn't get them to counter Galuf, or eventually they end up using the beacon, defeating themselves. So 3 out of 4 ain't bad. So now, as long as we don't use an inn or a tent we'll be okay. We won't have that status removed from us. So yeah, float is one of those statuses that stay with you after a battle. So we have three-fourths of our characters floating. The one that we don't have float, Galuf. We're not getting any experience from this like mini boss. And the AP points, since Galuf's in a job that he's gonna master easily anyway. There's no need, like, it's okay if he like doesn't survive the fight. So, but we're gonna have to kind of cheese this fight a little bit. So this is the cave. It's just a straight shot. To the north is the dead end. To the south is the guild total passage. But I'm just gonna go out the other door here. So this is the only regular enemy in here. These little worms. You don't want to charm them, because if you charm them, they just cast Earthquake on themselves, and they absorb Earth. So they'll take a whole bunch of, they'll basically be healed. So yeah, unfortunately I just charmed them there inadvertently with the looming harp, but it's okay. So these guys can be annoying if they come in groups of like, whatchamacallit, of like 4. They can come in groups of 1 or 4. So, you take them out there. Alright. So they're not a problem if like you have like the float spell, but you know, we don't have that. So yeah, on the other side, now over to the east is the big bridge, and we'll see that a little bit later. We're gonna get the hiryuu and fly over here, so I'll just point that out. But I want to go through here, get that monster, make a quick save, and come back here to fight the guild total. Now to set this battle up, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna get everybody except for angels in critical health. And the reason I want that is so that angels can use that guard command to take 0 physical health, to take 0 physical damage, and everybody else will be in critical hit point state. So angels will cover them, will auto cover them. And by doing that, then, you know, he'll take all the hits. Because this guy, he just hits you really, really, really hard. So, just wander around, get some things. Gotta try to get that battle, and then eventually, we're gonna go in here. And as you go in here, you get, there's these little, you get different steps. It starts at 10, and then it keeps doubling over and over up to a max of 40,960 gil. So basically, in total, if you get every one of the steps, you get 81,910 gil. And the total itself gives you 5,000 gil. But no experience, 3 AP, so it's not really a battle worth fighting. At any point in time walking in this area, you can run into the guild total. So I'm basically going to just, I did a thing where I played this, beat the guild total and run to see if I can get all the way through. And unfortunately, the way the seed is, when after I defeat this guild total, in 2 more steps, we'll have the guild total again. So I won't get to the 40,960 gold. I get to the 20,480. That's as high as I go before. I don't want to fight the guild total again because it's a long battle. And it can be pretty tricky if you don't know kind of what you're doing. So what I did, like I said, I have everybody on, in the back row to take less damage. Everybody else is in critical hit point range. And I put armor on angels. You might think, why are you doing that? Because armor reduces the amount of damage he takes by half physical attack. Now, most of the time he's going to be using the guard command and taking 0 damage, but sometimes just the way that the way things work, the guild total will go like when he's entering a command, and at that point in time, he will take damage. So you'll see that here in a little bit. Right now I have it at a pretty decent clip here, where Galuf and Faris are singing in the Requiem song. He's considered undead, but surprisingly for being an undead, he doesn't take damage from fire. He absorbs all elements except for ice. So we can have Lenna apparently jump in occasionally and use the break an ice rod, deal some extra damage. But our main damage is going to come from Galuf and Faris singing the Requiem song. Now every time you injure the total, he uses he counters attacks. He does 2 physical counter attacks. So that's why every time Angel is just jumping in front of people, taking that physical counter attack. So see right there, what happened was before he got to input his other command, the turtle went. He took a turn, and sometimes the turtle do a counter because, like I said, I'm doing it pretty good right now. But eventually, what will end up happening is like he'll do a counter attack when Angel's turn comes up, and he'll take damage. So if Angels didn't have that armor on him, he'd be able to take 2 hits and then he'd be finished. So by putting the armor on him, we increase his survivability by 50%. So he has to take like 4 hits before he's defeated, and he's never going to be in that position. Like at most, he could take like 3 hits in a row. Because say the guild total goes, say the guild total counters an attack twice, and then before while Angels is inputting his command, and then just goes right away real quick, and does his regular attacks. So that'd be 3 attacks in a row. So by putting him basically with the health, with the armor, he can survive 4 attacks. So he won't be he's basically in no danger of being defeated this thing as long as he has basically full health. So when he needs to, I just have Lenna use the heal rod and heal him back up to his full. So this way, basically, nobody is going to die except for Galuf at the end of the battle when he uses his final attack, the Earthquake. And like, unlike Titans, which only did like 500 damage, this guy's does like 3,000, 3,000 and a half. So yeah, you have to be floating or else he's gonna defeat you. So that's why I had to go get. It would have been nice, like I said, though, if Galuf would have, not been, would have got the float status on him, but it's okay, because like I said, he's in a job where he's, he's going to master that job anyway, because it masters so quickly that it's not hurting him to lose out on the AP, and it's only 3 AP, so some bosses get a lot of AP, like up to 10 or whatever, but this guy, nope, not much at all. So yeah, this battle is kind of pointless to fight, only if you're like really getting money. And like most Final Fantasies, toward the end of the game, money is like useless. So you can totally not, have to fight this guy. But like I said, I want to do like the 100%. So I want to show you that there are ways to beat him with different strategies. So like I said, even though you don't have a blue mage to cast a float spell on you, we can get float by charming those the sting eagles, and you can do that with any party except for with a monk, because every party at this point in the game can have the dancing dagger, and the dancing dagger can use that tempting tango as one of its attacks, and that will charm the sting eagle. So with enough patience, you'll be able to finish him off. Now the total shell, what that does is it's a big, tough physical attack, but it also can poison you. So that's why you see Angels is kind of kneeling down, because that total shell, even though he's not taking any damage from the attack, its special ability, the secondary effect, the poison effect, still goes through. So yeah, you don't have to be damaged for the secondary ability to go through. So I'll have to unpoison him and everything. Occasionally, like I said, if Lenna wasn't doing anything, like at the beginning of the fight, I had her remove the poison, but no use doing it now. As long as it's mainly more important to keep him up at his full health, so he can survive those potentially 3 attacks if you just end up in a bad situation. So Requiem is the way to go. Requiem is doing even more damage than a breaking of an ice rod, which is a level 3 spell, and he's weak to ice. So it just goes to show how strong his defense and his his magic defense is. He has such high defense that the guild toss doesn't even affect this guy. So you might think, well, I'm getting a whole bunch of money from stepping on him, I'll just throw the money at him. Nope, you can't throw your money at this problem. You have to do it a different way. So then when he's defeated, he uses his Quake. As you can see, that would have wiped out anybody. You know, wipes out Galuf. Ooh. Now, at any point, like I said, in another step, we would have met the guild total again. Even if it's turned around. So, as you're leaving this, the more you go in, the more chances you have to run into the guild total. So, in order to avoid the guild total, I'm just going to do a quick change. I'm going to change Lenna into a time mage. And we'll use that exit spell that we picked up in Castle Bal. They said, you know, hey, don't forget the exit spell this time. It's a good thing we didn't, because that allows us to warp outside right here. So, and like I said, we're never going to use the time mage, so we're not going to fight with it ever. So we're still keeping the spirit of the 4-job Fiesta. I'm just using that to sneak out. Like I said, I could have, you know, left again and fought the guild total over again. Like I said, it wouldn't have been hard. It's just tedious. Because it takes so long, and the stuff you get out of it isn't, you know, worth it. So you're getting that more money, and then potentially walking out again. You know, I might have run into him 2 more times. So, well, that'll do it for this episode. So come back in our next episode and we actually move forward with the plot and give the hiryuu plant to the hiryuu to heal him up. Take care. Have a good one. Bye.